The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, son, ready? 18 Gators.
He's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Wait, set. Wide, 80. 51, come on.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return comes Cobb. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 44, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Brady going to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
51's the mark.
Round 80.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Mike's still 180. Nice, sweetheart.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Wide 20. Alpha. Hey, Alpha. He's heading on the edges. Mike 51. It's Ozzy.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
Hey, Charlie. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Hey, check it.
Brady now on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Bibbs. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On third down, it's Sanders. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd and a yard, Allen being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him up.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We go. Watch the end.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bibbs. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Bibbs, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line. 53. I don't think you got it, son. Show it up. Show it up. 72. When he hit. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that's the 2nd time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Now Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Crunch. Sugar. Hey, wahoo.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it, baby.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
You.
Topper! SOS.
Check nickel.
Monday.
51 the mic, boy.
Hey, Haywood!
Giving him nothing to
Here's Allen. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Open man, it's Allen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's A-19!
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
All 52.
Tackle.
Hey, exit.
53. Mike.
Hey, tight.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
We go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Let's get in there. 53's the Mike. 53.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's letting it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Hey, 66. 450.
On first down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, 166.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Check three.
Allen now on first down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mike 51.
It's our time. It's
Alert!
Shoot! Motion!
On second down, it's Pollard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Half 85, half
51's the Mike! 51's the Mike!
85.
On third down, Allen steps away to his left. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, home. 56. Hey, Foxtrot.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
Shotgun now for Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now on 2nd and 16, Brady, and he'll find his favorite receiver. That's Edelman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, it's Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. He'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Brady. Dancing to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, goal 66.
To throw, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a give, right side. Morris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Right here.
Ready?
Mike 51. Rabbit.
Here's Pollard. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready?
51. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Middle. Here we go.
Hey, Mike 51.
Allen now on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 43.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Hey, Mike's 50. You remember me?
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, he's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 56.
Hey, defense, let's go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Go Bandit. When he hits.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Cobb to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Allen. This one complete to Smallwood. And they'll get this down to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tom Brady needing a fourth-quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. On 2nd and 10, Brady. It's caught by Jackson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, check it.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, Alpha. 72.
On play action, now Brady. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Brady now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check, check. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Alert.
Throwing now is Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. New England on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 19. Brady going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, it's complete to Fuller. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50. So don't say nothing.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Play it.
Run for Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and goal, Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Here we go again.
Ball 50.
So after the INT, it's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Might not be anyone that's run the 2-minute drill better than Tom Brady, 2nd all-time in 4th quarter comebacks.
And even though he's 2nd all-time, it feels like 1st in all the most important comebacks. He's the right guy to have the ball in this situation.
Oh, what a catch by Edelman. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Gano the extra point, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too patient. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, dude. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. All 52. Come. Gun.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, alert 3.
Check 52. Half 10.
Now Allen. Escaping. Allen hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
Hey, tight.
50, Mike, 50. Watch the curl.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So